Welcome to the History Hunter. Welcome to our small adventures with the World War II time frame. We do the research, we do the travel, we find an incredible World War II history and we share with you. And today, you won't believe what we're going to do. Inside here, the Germans hid away some top secret stuff during the Second World War. Today, all there is to know or see is in that forest, and you really have to know what you're looking for. But this is the episode you don't want to miss. So today, me, History Hunter, and Eagle Eyes, going to show you something you've never seen before. During the Second World War, Hitler and his crews all over created some very spectacular equipment, and some of the equipment they worked on was radars and listening devices. The main problem was that all of this gear was built and produced often in Germany, but then what happened in Germany, the Allied, they came and bombed the shit out of everything, so they couldn't have it kind of for themselves. So what they had to do, they had to find a way to tuck this equipment other places so that it could be left alone, so they could test it and it didn't get bombed before they kind of develop it. And this, we think, is one of those places where you're going to see something absolutely spectacular. The background in front of what we're going to see now is a spy in this area. This is the story. 3 massive trucks were put into this area by the Germans. The whole local community was hushed away, and a spy saw 3 massive trucks, camouflage covered in everything in the night, and they kind of had this huge package of protective vehicles everywhere, machine gun, tanks, bunk, whatever. And it ended up somewhere here. One of those trucks on their way up here got stuck, and they required 3 tractors to pull them up. And one of the guys who were running that tractor, one of the tractors, he told what he saw many years after the war. And the Germans threatened these 3 tractor drivers that if they said anything about what they'd seen, they'd be shot and their family been shot. So he kept his mouth shut all the way till 1949, and then he told this story. And the story is that they were transporting some very heavy-duty secret stuff, and the Germans, they were prepared. They built this fantastic location here and had all the infrastructure ready for this gear to be delivered here. And that is basically what we know. And there's a rumor of a massive bunker here that is very rare, a very big bunker, and that is our main target. But we know for sure they had a local anti-aircraft gun position that was supposed to protect this kind of facility, and also some other supporting structures. And there were 2 radar foundations, and then where did the listening devices go? And this very highly technical prototype radar, where did that stay? Where did that go? We don't know, but we're here to show you as much as we can from this location. Oh yes, look how pristine this area is. There's nobody around, there's no people, there's no path, there's no roads, but yet the first anti-aircraft gun position that the Germans had here, this was solely to protect the installment of the high-tech secret gear. And the Germans knew that they could get away with it in this area because the Allies never catched up on it. So that is fantastic to see. I'm so excited, and Eagle Eyes as well, because if we can find this massive last Regelbau, that's going to be absolutely incredible. So this is the workspace, and right away I see something suspicious. That was never intended to be there. Yeah, we're gonna check if it's closed. So, and you can see the pockets there, but why is there a special feature there? Wow, Eagle Eye said, I don't want to leave before I found a trace. He did. He's such a clever boy. Right there, that is the ventilation shaft. Can you see that? Yeah. That is the ventilation. He saw that. You are an amazing boy. So we found it. I don't care if it's just that little tiny hole. Let me see, do you have your flashlight? Let's see if it's possible to see something down there at all. Okay, let's see. I can actually hear some voice or some noise. Is that a metal thing in there?
I can't see anything.
There's something down there. Alright, so we found the anti-aircraft gun position, the Panzerdome buried bunker, and then we were looking for a Regelbau 622, which is a support bunker, just a crew bunker. And it's supposed to be in this area. And this is the bunker which the crews for the two anti-aircraft gun positions would go to and stay and sleep and be. And also the crews for the Panzerdome bunker. And we're gonna have a little look around here. It seems suspiciously like the bunker could be under this, where there are no trees. And we'll see if we find the opening. Let me show you how difficult this is. See this terrain here? It's kind of open, and then suddenly, boom. That is the Regelbau 622. Let me show you the footprint of a 622. Yeah, it's like 20 plus meters, that length there. And there are two entrances, a machine gun top rack, and that is all we can see. So why did they go to such an lengthy thing to cover up everything here, even after the war? This is where it could get interesting. Wow, it looks like we can't get in. Let's check the other entrance. That's a good sign. The other entrance is here, down there. Which one do you want to try? Where's the machine gun top rack? It's there. So the machine gun top rack is on the right hand side, and then we have entrance there. Which one?
This is higher, so it's easier to get in like that.
Easier than this one? Easier to get in here?
Yeah,
okay, we'll figure it out. All right, I think we're gonna go down this way here. It's gonna be difficult to operate the camera and everything, so I'll go down and I'll turn out the camera further down there. All right, we came in from up there, and looks like it's partly flooded. Shutter open. Will we find furniture in here? But believe me, guys, this place is and was extremely guarded. And I have some other stories about this place. See if I can share that with you later. But this place here, wow. Is that a German wine bottle? Oh yes, it is. That is spectacular. Hold that, Eagle Eyes. Let me tell them and show it exactly. What does it say, Eagle Eyes?
0.7 liter.
0.7 liter DIN. That is a freaking wine bottle laying down inside this Regelbau 622. Set it up there. Just let it stay there. That's going to be there. That is spectacular. That is where they would have had the pump to crank air through to draw fresh air inside. Me and Eagle Eyes, we found some of these on the top of a mountain. I'm going to show a little segment of that. I don't believe it, the air pump still works. So that was pretty cool. And then this is a flange from the bunker ventilation. Let's check if the shutter will open. No, it's heavy duty, it's attached there. There's a hole. There are no writing, no eagles, no special things, but that bottle piece, that is something else. Another one of the pumps would be there. Wow. Crew bunker. The guys stayed here. They served. And this is where they slept. Another one of these flanges. They rust off here and they just drop down there. See how much rust there is here? That comes from above there. Because everything there is steel. And all of that ends up down there. Spectacular views. Loving this. So this is the other entrance exit. And then we go out here. Yes, we found it. I'm so happy. Did you know that you can become a World War II History Hunter team member and the artifacts here could be passed on to you in this manner and fashion here by creating beautiful World War II dioramas and displays? You can be the future keeper of something very, very special by the history and the history hunting that we share together. Check out the link in the video description. You can click that and you can become a Patreon team member if you want to. Different kind of perks with for your eyes only videos, travel vlogs, restoration projects, all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more, check out the supporter videos in the beginning of each month. But now let's continue our little adventure. There's a labyrinth of these roads which are probably just used very early by the farmer or something, because we haven't seen any people there for like 4 hours. And these roads were the ones that the Germans established here. Now they're overgrown. There's nothing in a way to kind of see, but these roads were where they transported all the material, and there was not that much force during those days, so it didn't look like this at all. Ooh. So we're coming to a new joint. This is so difficult. This is so difficult. If you take a wrong turn here, you will walk for like 1 kilometer each way. But the thing is, we're looking for something that the Germans converted. We are looking for what we call a sockel for FUMO, a radar system. But guess what? The Germans did not have regular type of radar there. They built the original sockel for the original FUMO radar, but they actually adapted it and put in their new high-tech top secret gear, and that is the sockel we're looking for, because there are 3, but we think this is the correct one where they had that very, very special high-tech, and it was actually a prototype of a radar and also a very special directional listening device. The sockel is supposed to be in here somewhere, but that is easy to say, much harder to... Oh, I can see it. There it is. Oh my goodness, eagle eyes, it's there. It is actually there. This is, we have a drone map from this person who has provided us with some very special information. The spy was actually his granddad, and he gave us some really interesting info and feedback about this place. So that is the specific sockel that was put up there, and it was supposed to be used as a regular FUMO. And well, there are 3 of these. I have to make that totally clear. So there is a slight chance that this could be wrong, but this thing here is where they had the prototype, the experimental version of what they already had. So how different it looked, how different the gear was, I haven't got a clue. But I read that they kept the trees high around here just to kind of have it out of people's eyesight. And you can see actually that some of the trees here are much taller than the other ones here. So that could be right. So this little concrete thing here is actually very special. This is very historical. And just imagine, once upon a time, Hitler, maybe himself, ordered this thing to be moved from Berlin or wherever it was built, moved up here, and then they said, let's test it out and let's hope that the Allies doesn't find out.
And
And they never actually found out, because this gear was completely gone when the war was over. So where did it go? Is it still here? Did they blast it? Did they bury it? I don't know. But that is a spectacular story. That is the last one. You can see these munition pockets, and this is where a guy could actually run in and hide if they were attacked by the Allied aircrafts. Also by vessels firing in from the ocean there. And you see that slot there could have been munition. So pristine condition, no graffiti. It's just laying here waiting for nature to completely reclaim it. And if you see on the side here, you can see the heavy duty hooks that held the camouflage canvas everywhere, like here and there. And the bunker is, as I said, down here. And I think we should go down and have a little peek and see if we can come inside there. So this is a 409. These are also in a 410 edition, which is a little bit different, but basically do the same thing. There's a frog. There's a froggy, guys. Froggy, he's going down. Is he telling us that it's flooded? No. It's looking okay. It's looking good. Looking good. You can actually see here on the side. I'm gonna reduce the light. This is camouflage paint that they put here in the entrance area. And ST ständige means the strongest possible, almost kind of type of bunker. You have L, which is lichte or light. And this is ST. Very interesting to see that they painted that separately. And wow. Shutter. Again, tons of sand coming in, and frogs. Well, let's check it out. If the foam freezes, I'll let you know. But you can see camouflage paint there. They actually did that to prevent the Allies to see the openings that easy. And again, pretty cool condition. Not that much crap inside here. Can't see any bottles. Bunker oven would most likely be right there. Again, the shutter, which actually looks in pretty good condition. And then a little detail. Do you see that red line there? Sometimes there are different kind of colors that they put in here just to make it. Are you kidding me? That has got to be newer. SS? That's got to be newer. Well, the SS and Gestapo, they overlooked many of these operations, so who knows? So we have what the hell? RAL 73 Steingau. You're freaking kidding me. Is that a original paint box? You gotta be kidding me. See that? I don't believe my eyes. Did they paint that to prevent it from rust after the war? Or is that actually painted by the Germans? I haven't got a clue. Nevertheless, all of that gear would go there. Telephone, communication lines, power supply coming in. And you can see these beautiful lines. They were very tidy. The things are going exactly where they're supposed to go, so these guidelines help them to get these holes exactly where they want it to be. Wow. And then we have a second room there. Yep. And this room here was merely munition storage and little ventilation up there. Steel roof. They just made these steel things and then chucked concrete on top and then soil and whatever they could find to make it stronger. Again, someone painted these things here, and I'm so curious about, could it really be that the Germans used that paint? And I don't know. One-way backlash valve, pressure valve, not there anymore. Just loving this place. This is what it's all about. Go out and find history and share history in a very special way.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that is such an incredible location. My voice is totally different today because I have a throat infection, but I'm going to do my best to finish this. That is truly spectacular. And yeah, you guessed it, there's going to be a part 2 because there is something absolutely out of this world there. Let's have a little sneak preview of that.
Tells us that inside here there were things I was never supposed to see. The daylight, the open daylight. This, it's here.
But the opening is not on
What
this
the
side.
heck? The opening is not on this side, I think. Because there are some features down here which is not supposed to be shown. And I think that is why they did their very best to do what they did here. I'm not sure. But this is the freaking contours, and you can see all of this. All of this. That's the bunker underneath here. I knew it.
So that is something that's going to be in part 2. I'll put a link in the video description for that. So you can find that here where it says more. You click that under there will be part 2 and a link to that. But I wanted to show you something special here, since you're the guys and girls who are actually not clicking through and just skipping everything. These are the pieces that you could be able to find at such locations. These are the artifacts after the German soldiers. These are like cartridges from the MGs. These are machine gun belts for the MGs. This phone is making some strange stuff and I hate it. Barbed wire, helmet and motor, egg hand grenade, but also they had a ton of these. And I'm going to show you something really cool as a little bonus for you, kind of sticking it all the way out to the end here. This is an S-mine. It's an incredible thing that one of our supporters, Roy, has given us. It's incredible. It's identical to an original S-mine. And I'm so excited to have that so I can show you how this works. Give me a second, I'll show you something. Let me show you how authentic Roy has made this. This is one of my most spectacular finds. I found this in the ground, wrapped in some kind of paper that smelled like crap. This is original marked 1940 S-mine detonator. Let me show you something. See what he printed? It's amazing. So sometimes I can actually do this and now you have a original S-mine detonator on top of it. Is that cool or what? Thank you, Roy. Thank you for being in there for us. You're such a great supporter. Totally appreciate it. But let me show you something. All around the camp area, there are tons of mines. And Eagle Eyes, my son, he discovered something really cool because he's doing a lot of research and he says, Daddy, I can see exactly where the mines were. I said, how can you do that? Let me show you what he did. So are you ready for this? We were coming up here, on this side here, walking through to find a little entrance point in this massive forest area. And then Eli, he saw, because he was running around here playing, and he saw some holes. And he said, Daddy, I fell in some holes. And I said, well, it doesn't matter. And then when we got back, he wanted to show me something regarding this location. And he said, Daddy, come and have a look. Let me show you what he discovered. We have this little magic tool here. Take a look at this. Boom. This is the minefield. You see that? So let's say we go in here and we see these 4 holes here. Now this is where the magic starts. Da, da, da. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, ba, ba. 1, 2, 3, 4. This picture is taken right after the Allies has dug out, well, the Germans actually dug out the mines themselves. And see, the holes are still there today. So we can actually follow the mine paths all over these places. And very often, guess what you can find there? Well, let me show you. Yes, you guessed it. You can find these. And suddenly you can find all of these. That is the excitement of being a history hunter, and to have Eagle Eyes next to me with his absolutely incredible enthusiasm. It is so easy to discover really interesting details like this. Well, nevertheless, I think you're gonna enjoy part 2. So I appreciate you being here all the way to the end. You guys who stick to the end, you will get the best of all. You will also get the little details like this. You know, all of these will be passed on to our supporters as a token of our appreciation of being here. So that is probably why it's a good idea to stick to the end of the video. Also, you probably know that from before, no matter what, the most important thing for the YouTube algorithm is to watch the video in full length. Watch more of our videos and watch them in full length. I can promise you that's the only thing that the YouTube algorithm takes into account today. Even the comments and all of that are not that important anymore, but I appreciate that so much when you comment and give us some feedback, because it really enables us to have the community feeling of being out there with you. And I'm really, really honored that you are with us out there. So thank you all for that. Well, we'll meet you very, very soon in part 2. And then we're going to figure out, could we find this insane control bunker, which is a bunker in several stories, but it's completely buried, fully down into the ground. But you know, we never surrender, and we never will. So stay focused, be safe, keep smiling. I will definitely meet you out there in the next one.